currently on my self-love journey and I feel like I need a lot of push towards it because I'm a procrastinate a lot. I made this list for myself, so if things don't resonate with you, it's completely okay, but fingers crossed they do, because when my mental health is not getting the best of me, I've found these habits are things that really help me stay motivated and stay true to myself. I can just focus on the clear path of my goal instead of like everything else around me. So I just want to say that not every day is going to be a productive, that girl lifestyle kind of day. It's a nice fantasy, absolutely, but unfortunately it's not realistic. And in order for us to be productive and have those productive, amazing days, we need to have those rest, guilt-free days as well. They kind of come hand in hand, you know, you can't have one without the other. Do allow yourself to have those bad days, those days where you're sitting in bed, watching Netflix, those days where you don't want to do anything other than sleep. Like, it's completely okay to have those days. And when you're ready to jump back into the grind of things, here's 30 habits you can change to become a better you. So the first thing that I have on my list here is a tidy area equals a tidy mind. I am a massive believer that your area is a reflection of your mind, and you won't be able to concentrate on the task that you want to do because, oh my god, you need to put your clothes away. Oh my god, my bed's so messy. It just all builds up over time. And if you take 20 minutes out of your day, just tidy up your area and give it a quick zhuzh, make everything neat and tidy and vacuum the floor, then it gives your mind enough space to focus on the task that you want to actually do instead of worrying about everything else around you. My second point here is fuel your body with fulfilling and nutritious meals. Now I know this might sound obvious, like, obviously eat food to make you feel good. Like, ugh. The older I get, the more I realize how much of an impact food actually has on our day-to-day lives. I just really haven't had the motivation to look after my body as well as I should be. And it's really starting to take effect because I've been feeling so sluggish, so tired, so unmotivated. I feel like the junk food just keeps fueling that unmotivated emotion that is just like in my head. I'm eating so badly, no wonder I feel so bad. I'm really gonna sound like a lifestyle coach with this one, but my third point here is get a good night's sleep. Like, sleep has so many benefits for a reason, and obviously we need sleep because we're just built that way. Getting sleep is going to help our digestive system, our skin, our mind. Okay, I've got you guys a little bit closer because I feel like you were too far away. Number 4 is to make a schedule and stick to it. I find that this is so important, especially if you are a procrastinator like myself, especially if you are a person that feels very overwhelmed with your days, like you have no idea what's going on because it's just so hectic. I can definitely tell a difference between the days where I do have a schedule and I don't. Like, the days that I don't have a schedule, it gets very hectic and very crazy very quickly. So having a schedule just really helps in all aspects of things. Number 5, journal your emotions. If you've got something on your mind and it's just sticking in your brain, you can't get rid of it no matter what you do, I definitely recommend you sit there and you journal it out. It could be any emotion, it could be any thought. Just have a little rant, and then you can do whatever you want once you're done with it. You can rip it up, crumble it and throw it in the bin, burn it. But I find that once you write your emotions out, your brain feels a lot clearer, and it just really helps in bringing all the focus to the problem at the time, putting it on the paper, and then moving on from it. I don't know why, it just really does help. Number 6 is a social media detox. See, the thing with social media is we are, without even thinking about it, taking in opinions, experiences, everything from other people's lives and just indulging in it. If there's anything online that makes you feel uncomfortable, that makes you feel bad about yourself, that gives you a negative feeling, then just get rid of it, block it, remove it. There's a little option on TikTok that says not interested. Take the time and just detox your social media. It is so worth it. You'll feel so much clearer in the head because you're not surrounded by all this drama, toxicity, negativity. Just take a little break from social media, especially once you start comparing yourselves to other people's lives. That is when you have to take a step back and be like, oh, okay, I need to take a break from this because it's unrealistic. Especially Instagram, because 9 out of 10 times Instagram is just a highlight reel, and not a lot of people share their journey on how they actually got somewhere. They just share the end result, which is amazing. They're allowed to, they've worked so hard for it, but we don't see all the hard work that they've done. So we kind of sit there and we're like, why am I not there? Once you start comparing yourself on social media, it is definitely time to take a step back and just focus on you. Number 8 is to move your body daily. And I'm still working on this myself. I'm very lazy. Moving your body, going for a little walk, doing some yoga stretches, even just doing some stretches on the chair that you're sitting in. How's my form? We're looking good. It just really helps your body in feeling good. Just gets that circulation moving, just gets that blood pumping, and that is very important for our body to go through. Number 9 is to try and leave the house when you can. Even if it's just as little as, once again, going for a walk or going to grab a coffee. Coming from a homebody, the days where I leave the house versus the days that I don't leave the house, there is a massive difference between them both, and I just feel so much better once I do leave the house. Everything just feels really good when you leave the house. You just feel empowered, you feel motivated. Number 10 is to visualize your higher self and show up as them. Just close your eyes, visualize your higher self and think, what does she look like? What does she sound like? You know, how does she talk to herself? How does she dress? How does she plan out her days? Blah, blah, blah. And then show up as her, because you can do that. That's literally you. That is you. Oh my God. It's such a good habit to get into, and it definitely helps me on my days where I'm not feeling motivated, I'm not feeling good. But as soon as I do my hair, put on some clothes, put on a little bit of makeup, I think, maybe I could do that task. Number 11 is to have a cheeky little Pinterest scroll. And I just sit there for 10 minutes and I'm so inspired. I'm like, oh my God, like, whoa. I will come up with some content ideas, some quotes that I can live by. Maybe I can try like a new breakfast I've seen on there. I just feel so inspired by Pinterest, and I know you guys will as well. So jump onto Pinterest, make that algorithm your bitch, and just have some fun with that. I love a cheeky little Pinterest scroll. Number 12 is to practice your gratitude. I like to do my gratitudes at the end of the day, and I sometimes like to include my boyfriend as well, because it's just really nice talking to someone about them. You just sit there at the end of the day and you just list 3 things that you're grateful for, and you can just do it in your mind. You don't have to do it on paper or anything. Like, I'm grateful for the roof over my head. I'm grateful for this full-length mirror in front of me that I fucking love and I've always dreamed of. Like, so grateful for that. Like, I'm grateful for my birds. I love them so much. I don't know what I'd do without them. I just feel like gratitude kind of brings you back down to earth and makes you have more of a positive, optimistic outlook on life. Instead of focusing on the things that you don't have, you more so focus on the things that you do have and you feel happy about them. I really don't know how to explain it, but it's just so important. Number 13 is start your day off with a podcast. Now, obviously you don't have to start off every day with a podcast. On those days where you're struggling a little bit or you're feeling a little bit lonely, pop on a good podcast. These are my recommendations. I could listen to these all day, every day. Just indulge in it. Have a little bit of a laugh. Get involved with it. And after that podcast, you will just feel like you've hung out with a bestie. And it just really helps brighten your mood. It does. Chef's kiss to that. Plan for your everything shower. I like to have a dedicated day where I have my everything shower. And by everything, I mean exfoliate, shave, moisturize, wash my hair, do my skincare. And I feel like planning for that is just really motivational in a way, because you can plan your whole week around it. You have something to look forward to because those showers are just so therapeutic. I really don't know how to explain it, but it's a habit that has helped me. So number 15 is make your bed every morning to stay out of it. I feel like once you've made your bed, it just all makes sense. It just sets the tone for the day and it just helps you feel that little bit more organized. Number 16, do little chores that will build up the night before. A great example of this is the dishes. You know, you've just cooked dinner, you're gonna do them later, but oh my God, now you're in bed. I'll just do them tomorrow, it's fine. But then you get to tomorrow morning, you look at the sink, you're filled with dread. You're just like, oh my God, like why? If you know that you've got stuff you need to do the next day, like just do those little chores. It doesn't even take more than 20 minutes of your time, 10 minutes if you're some kind of speed demon. It makes the biggest difference. And I definitely know that my days feel a lot more organized when I have done those little chores the night before. Number 17 is to remember to date yourself. It's so important. I'm always advocating towards self-love, loving yourself, taking yourself on a date. I've done it a couple of times myself and I love it. Although I must admit it is really hard to get into because the thought of doing things by yourself in public is very daunting. Go on a date with yourself, go and do those things that you so desperately want to do, but you're so worried about doing it alone. Like, who cares? Go and do it right now. Because at the end of the day, if you can't love yourself, then who will? Learn something new about yourself every day, whether this is a fun fact, something about yourself, maybe it's a new skill through picking up a new hobby, I don't know, just try and learn something new every single day. And I find that's quite easy to do, especially with TikTok nowadays. I feel like a fun fact pops up on my For You page like every fucking 2 hours. Invest in your support circle. I feel like your support circle has a massive impact on your mental health. So if you're surrounding yourself with people that have negative views on literally everything, talk down to themselves, are jealous of other people, that gossip about others, talk bad about others, are full of drama, then your life is going to be constantly surrounded by those kinds of people and those kinds of situations, and you're not going to believe that there's better people out there that don't talk bad about you or don't see every bad thing wrong with the world. So yeah, definitely worth having a little evaluate session on your inner circle, because they are very important in not only your social life but also your mental health. Number 20 is spend time with your pets. It's just something so rewarding and so fulfilling when you have something to look after, especially if it's a pet. I honestly see no negativity when it comes to pets. Like, yes, they're a lot of work, yes, they're a lot of time and effort, and they're not for everybody because they just require so much from you, but the rewards, oh my god, like I'm so happy. I think I'm a happy person because of my birds. They honestly bring out the best in me. Like, I love looking after them, and in order to look after them, I need to look after myself, obviously. You can't be angry or sad or anything when you spend time with pets. It's impossible. Impossible. Number 21 is to invest in yourself. I believe that investing in yourself is just all about taking everything that I've told you so far and just shoving it into your brain and just really looking after your body so that your body can look after your mind. And I find that the energy that you so freely give to other people, you've got to give to yourself as well. And I find that that's investing in yourself. Not only like nourish your body, but also just look after it and invest in it, because at the end of the day, this is the only body we get. We don't get to pick and choose. We don't get to start over. Like, this is it. Like, this is your body and you kind of have to invest in it. Otherwise, it's going to break down on you, unfortunately. Number 22 is to wake up early and take some time before the day starts. Your mind is so clear during this time. Everything makes sense. Everything is so calm and happy. And it's just like, there's just something so peaceful about it. And especially on those really busy days where you feel like you won't get any time for yourself, you just wake up a little bit earlier so you get that time for yourself. It's just amazing. Number 23 is to start your day with a glass of water. I've been doing this now for probably 4 months now. I have my drink bottle beside my bed, and every morning I wake up and I just take a few sips. And I just find that the days where I don't have my water versus the days that I do have my water, I feel hydrated, I don't feel gluggy and gross. Like, I feel cleansed and refreshed, and you just feel really good. And not only do you feel good, but having water at the start of your day helps with like metabolism, your skin, your hair, like all of the above. So starting your day off with water is amazing. Number 24, put your phone on do not disturb so you don't have any distractions. I've been doing this now for probably 2 years. I have always been that person that I'm really hard to reach because my phone is on do not disturb all the time. Guilty, that's me. If I have my phone on do not disturb, I don't even think about my phone. I don't even have the urge to scroll. I just throw my phone away and just get on with the work that I have to do. Probably the best habit that I've ever adopted. Like, it's the best. It's the best. Invest in decluttering your space when you can, whether it's a weekly thing, probably a monthly thing. It makes sense to do it monthly, where you just sit down, go through your drawers, your wardrobe, any little like storage compartments you've got, like just go through them, throw out things that you literally don't need. Doing this for like your fridge and your pantry is really good as well, obviously, but yeah, just having like a declutter of your space is definitely a good habit to get into. I definitely need to go through my makeup, for example. There's a lot of expired things in there. Number 26, put on some music while doing tasks to prevent procrastination. I've only just started doing this and oh my god, it's life-changing. It's life-changing. If I feel unmotivated, I will literally just pick up my AirPods, stick them in my ear, and put on my favorite playlist, which is any Lime Cordiale song. You kind of get into your own little world and you can really focus on one thing because your brain is so into the music. It doesn't have time to think about all the stresses in your life, the decluttering you got to do. It just focuses on the music and the step in front of you, not the whole staircase kind of thing. Number 27, if you're feeling unmotivated, go for a little drive and pop on a podcast or put on some music. Now, this obviously isn't an everyday thing, but I find that when I get stuck or when I've run out of ideas, I feel like my head's really foggy, I feel like I can't think straight, I get in my car, I turn on my podcast or my favorite band, which Lime Cordiale, obviously, and I'll literally just go for a short little drive. It could be like a 5-minute drive, it could be a minute drive, who knows? Like maybe just drive to a little park, and like you don't even have to leave your car. You just simply sit in your car, listen to the music or the podcast, and you just instantly feel better. I don't know what it is. Number 28 Endless scrolling has got to stop. And I'm still working on this because I am a very big endless scrolling gal. I could waste hours on TikTok and Instagram and just and sometimes you do need an endless scroll. Sometimes you just need to lay there and just scroll for 4 hours. Absolutely, that's completely fine. But when you're doing it every day, like I have been for the past week, we gotta work on ourselves and we gotta kick that habit to the curb. When you're endlessly scrolling, you've put a pause to your goals and your aspirations, and you're involving yourself in everyone else's life when you should come back to reality and involve yourself in your own life so you can put all that energy and time into you. And I've got to learn that as well. That is a message to me directly. Limit screen time before bed and when you wake up. This I also struggle with. I feel like as soon as I wake up, I have something in my brain that's like, oh my God, please check your phone. What if you've blown up on YouTube? And I just have this urge to just quickly grab my phone and scroll away. Scroll my morning away, scroll all the motivation I had away. Same at nighttime. I feel like I can't sleep unless I sit on my phone for half an hour. And that's fine. I could do that, but I could probably finish the night with a book instead, or watch a movie with my partner, or just, you know, do something a bit more beneficial than endlessly scrolling. Like everybody does it. You can't cut that out. Absolutely not. But limiting it to maybe like just 5 minutes before bed or 10 minutes before bed. We got to work on this together, okay? We'll have a little scroll in the morning and a little scroll at night. Nothing over 15 minutes at least. And then we'll cut it down and maybe we'll look at our phone for 5 minutes and be like, that's enough, okay, bye. Drum roll, please. Learning to rest guilt-free. It sounds obvious because it's right there in front of you. Like, obviously you need to rest guilt-free. If you have a broken leg, you gotta rest. If you've got a cold or the flu, you've got to rest. And I find that when I do take a mental health day, it takes me like an hour or two to like actually settle down and be like, okay, we're not feeling guilty about this, okay? I know that we're physically fine, but mentally, obviously, we need a break. We need a rest. And have a day where you sit around and do nothing. You watch Netflix and don't feel guilty about it. You eat a whole tub of ice cream and don't feel bad about it. Like, some days you need those days because your body is so worked up, so burnt out that you haven't even realized it until it's too late, and now your body's like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. It takes a lot of willpower to realize that it's okay to rest guilt-free, and it's very hard. It doesn't happen overnight, and I'm still learning that it's okay to rest guilt-free. Once you get your head around that, and once you can rest guilt-free, your productivity is going to skyrocket. If you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to give me a like down below so you can let me know, and also subscribe so you don't miss out on my videos every Sunday. We have a lot of fun over here. Anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. I will see you in my video next Sunday. So, bye!